Hi, I'm Caitlin and I'm a staff here at the Sault Ste. Marie Public Library, and I'm here today with Naomi Sayers. Naomi is running as the independent candidate in the riding of Sault Ste. Marie for the upcoming provincial election on Thursday, June 2nd. So Naomi, thank you so much for being here. Would you start us off by telling us a little bit about yourself and why you're running to become the MPP for this riding?
Yeah, so a little bit about myself. I'm an Indigenous lawyer from Garden River First Nation. I went to school in Sault Ste. Marie. I grew up in Sault Ste. Marie. I moved to Sault Ste. Marie when I was about 17. And I left, came back more recently in 2019. And I decided that the time is right. You know, a lot of people are frustrated and feeling unheard and not valued in the community. Down at provincial legislature and just by government itself. So I thought to put my name forward, and here we are.
Great. Thank you so much. So we're here today to discuss the importance of Ontario public libraries and support from the provincial government. So libraries are Ontario's farthest reaching, most cost-effective public resource that empowers positive change in education, poverty reduction, community economic development. Libraries are also an essential part of Ontario's COVID-19 response and recovery, providing critical access to digital and in-person resources, mental health and well-being supports, as well as supporting local health authorities and other social service agencies with their emergency pandemic response. Yet, despite all of these supports, many individuals and families across the province are struggling and they're unable to access the library resources that they need. So, Naomi, I would like to hear about your position on support for public libraries at the provincial level. So my first question, what is your position on provincial funding supports for library operational needs, such as resources and staffing?
Yeah, so I do believe that absolutely libraries play an important role in community building and relationship building. I remember growing up as a young person here and attending with my mom and dad when they would attend university. So seeing them study and come here for the support that they needed to advance their education was probably instrumental in just my own understanding of education and just family and community support. So I think that absolutely funding can be increased. But in terms of being an independent candidate, I just need to be forthright with individuals. I will not form a government as an independent. I will not pass a budget as an independent, but what I can do is I can raise issues in legislature and to whoever does form government as to, this is how funding impacts the community libraries and the libraries in general at the regional level.
Great. So my second question is, what is your perception of brick and mortar libraries like the Sault Ste. Marie Public Library, and what is your position on updating older facilities and building new facilities?
Yeah, so it ties back to my answer previously in the importance of ensuring education and community building. When I first moved back to Sault Ste. Marie in 2019, I actually attended here a couple times as a lawyer to see what kind of services were here to meet my clients because I didn't have an office space. I still don't because of COVID. So returned in 2019, came here a couple times, and then when COVID shut down, it was like that essential resource was lost. So my position on brick and mortar public libraries, they provide a meeting space. They provide I know for lower income individuals, access to internet, computer resources, and just them feeling part of the community. So to me, it's really important that the facilities are here and regularly updated. But again, I can't make any funding decisions, but I can raise issues on behalf of voters in Sault Ste. Marie.
Thank you. So I guess this leads me to my final question. There is a need for a modern, sustainable funding approach for libraries that reflects the needs of an innovative and integrated library system across the province. So Do you support the creation of the Ontario Digital Public Library, which gives all Ontarians equitable access to e-learning, resources, and ebooks?
Yes, so absolutely. I love this question. So as a lawyer, I have access to a law library in Toronto. And then that library has access to other libraries throughout the province. The reason that's relevant is because it directly connects to this Ontario Digital Public Library, right? So the sharing of resources, connecting everybody, and also making it free and accessible, right? So obviously the law libraries are dedicated to lawyers, and to gain access to them, generally, you have to be a lawyer. But for the public library system, I think it's super important to have those resources available because, just by way of example, just down the road, Government First Nation, while we do have our own library, it would be more beneficial to students and families to have access to better resources or more relevant and recent resources.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for taking the time to be here to discuss public libraries with me. And thank you for watching at home.
Thank you.